So today's topic is about how to keep the marriage sexy when you have kids. And we have a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old, and it really does get quite challenging.
Yeah, because, anybody who has kids knows that when you have two young kids, there's not a lot of alone time, and it's hard to fit that in when you're working and you're tired all the time. But it's important that you make that time because it can, cause problems, in the relationship if you don't. I wake up very early in the morning and have a long commute to work, so by the time I get home and then, taking care of the kids and then they go to bed, it's like I'm exhausted and
then you catch your little power nap, then it's like, okay, we're ready, let's go. Yeah. And I'm like, what?
And then she's exhausted and we're not in sync with our schedules. So
yeah, so that was like...
She stays up late. I try to get to sleep a little earlier, and then I'll sleep for like an hour and then ready to hang out, and she's exhausted.
Then you're ready to go. Like, it's like, what? I'm exhausted. You had your power nap and now you're ready to go. And I'm like, look, I can't. But then, sometimes it's all about just kind of putting forth that little extra effort to kind of just make it work.
Yeah. And sometimes even scheduling some time,
Yes. You know what? That's a good tip, though. Scheduling. I mean, some people think, oh, how unromantic to schedule alone time. But you kind of have to do that, right?
Yeah. I think it helped us because there'll be times when you would work late and I would just, maybe shoot a text message like, hey, something later, And this way,
Come on, like it would be the smiley face, that one with the kisses and the hearts. And I'm like, okay. So we'll do it that way. I mean, it sounds like kind of contrived, but we try to make the best of it. Another thing we decided to do is we would actually take off from work.
We did that the other day.
Yeah, we did that the other day.
I had off from work and we went out for a nice lunch and then picked up the kids.
Yeah, I think we've done a good job so far of just like finding that time.
Yeah.
And the best advice I got from Jackie Collins, the late, great, legendary author, was find time for your significant other and play dress up. We do that from time to time. It keeps it sexy. It keeps it fun. And it just keeps the energy going. And we still have that spark after all these years.
Yeah.
I say.
And we've been together a long time. And you see relationships where they're together for a long time and it just looks like an arrangement after a while. And like they're just it's like a business. They're just living in the house together and raising kids and living their own lives, and we didn't want to do that. So I mean, it's something that you have to work at, but it's
Yeah, I mean, you gotta get creative sometimes, and I think when our kids see how much we love each other, I think it rubs off on them, and it kind of makes them feel good. I mean, we're not making out in front of the kids, don't get me wrong. But, they see that we have a really good relationship. Of course, there are, ups and downs. We have disagreements, but we work through them and we find time for each other. And I think you got to put your mate first, because if you don't find time for each other, how are you going to be good parents?
Yeah, exactly.
I see people make that mistake all the time. And, I mean, it could have happened to us and we saw it and we said, all right, this is not going to work.
Yeah. Because we were working opposite schedules and we really didn't see each other much, and other than the weekends, so it would have been easy to fall into that rut, But we've been working on it.
Yeah. So our advice to you: work on it, dress up, play dress up, find time, even if it's to take a day off here and there, and schedule alone time. Even if it's like through a text, it sounds like, oh, wow, how unromantic. But it works for us, right?
Yeah.
All right, guys.
I'm trying to find time right now.
He's already trying to find time. But that's what you got to do. All right. So how do you guys keep your marriage sexy?